looking for is the front to grip up, so the front's actually gripping, and by gripping, what it's doing is leaning on the rear. When it's leaning on the rear like that and you give it power, it'll push the car tighter. But well, how much steering you've got on, it'll push the car tighter. So again, if you put loads of steering on, and you happen to, and you do actually get some steering effect, and you give it power, it'll snap like this and be really hard to catch. So as little steering as you can get away with, and if it's understeering really bad, even take some off, give it a little bit of power, lift, and back on the power again. Just have a play with it, really. General track driving technique, all to do with shifting weight and using traction and the weight of the car to help it through the corner. Because every time we add steering, we're also adding brakes. So if we can get through the corner with a little less steering, oh, he's going to go around on that one. Yeah, if we get around the corner a little less steering, we can get through it quicker, get out of it quicker. Say if you're going in the corner in the wet, what you'll do, you'll come off the brakes and you get onto a balanced throttle to balance the car up. What we're trying to do here is actually to get the car to slide a little bit. So a balanced throttle will mean the car won't slide. It might slide sideways slightly, but it won't oversteer. So we actually want to snap off the gas. So we could go in and back off to a balanced throttle, and then once the car's going in, jump off it, the back starts to go, and then we can get back on it again. So again, what we're doing there, we're using the weight just to help the car to change direction, which is even more key in the wet, really, because we just haven't got the steering. So it goes. Okay.
Let's try that again, the first one. I think that was the best way to go in the back.
I mean, you generally don't do it on a fast corner. That's nice as well, because you corrected you sort of controlled the slide. You didn't bring it out the slide straight away. You controlled it, and then rather than just let it die and come straight again, you kept it going with a bit of gas.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what you need to do. So we're on one of the aircraft turning areas at Bruntingthorpe. You can see over there where they park the aircraft. And what we're doing here is sort of weight shift, power turns, aggressive steering. So we should see a little bit of a slide from straight here. Lovely. Okay, so that's a little bit like drifting, but it's not aimed at teaching him to be a drifter or anything. But yeah, the idea is that it builds control skills. In an ideal world, with a semi-slick race car, oh, that's a bit over the top. Yeah, with a race car on semi-slicks, you want to be going through the corners and the car wants to be sliding at about 8 degrees. That's pretty difficult to achieve. It's either no degrees or 30 degrees or 180 degrees for a lot of people. In order to get somebody to be able to control the car at 8 degrees, they've got to be able to control it at 10, 15, 20, 30 degrees. And that's really what this morning session's all about. Nice, isn't it?
That was nice.
Yeah, it's going to come.
I think we have, that one works quite well now.
Yeah. Stroke it in. It's coming, it's coming. Drift king again. Not quite enough luck. You would have made it in a drift car. Back off, right off, right in, power. Stroke it in. Yeah, coming nicely now. It's just that when you go too fast, when you go faster, you get initial understeer before it starts to slide. And so you're waiting for it. When it comes in, you're just a little bit slow getting the lock on. You're going to get understeer. Now it's good and grip. Now this what he's coming up to now is it's supposed to be a really fast corner where he just gets a little bit of entry slide, which he did. Yeah, that was lovely actually. Just a little bit of a wiggle on the exit. But what we're looking for is to go into the corner to get the car to rotate. And the reason we want to do that is because if we can get the car to rotate, wait to go. If we can get the car to rotate, it saves us having to put so much steering on. Steering is the same as a brake pedal. If you put more steering on, you've got more retardation, more braking effect. So what we're doing here, we're building some skills. And then Bruntingthorpe's also got a fairly substantial track that we also can use. And we're going to go on the track later and use some of those skills that we've learned. We're not going to be hopefully spinning and having huge sideways moments, but we are going to try and go into corners, get the car to slide a little bit on the way in, catch it with the throttle, and ideally also keep that little bit of a slide going on the exit, again using the throttle, and get through the corners as quick as possible. It builds skills. I mean, it's the sort of thing that unless you go out at 3 o'clock in the morning to Tesco's car park, you can't really do. And even then, you can't really do it legally. Yeah, you can deal with it. Because we don't go in quite so quick, we don't get the initial amount of four-wheel drift. Because what we're actually getting is a lot of four-wheel drift into there. Understeer here, four-wheel drift here. Back again with Sven. This is the fast one I was talking about, where we're going on off the gas and get a little bit of a slide. Lovely job, absolutely awesome. There we go. I'm just trying to give you a quick 360 view of the circuit here. Oh, hello. He's showing off now.
Oops, okay. We'll do it a bit sensible. Sorry for that. It's the Facebook pressure coming on.
Facebook pressure, yeah. We've really got the hang of this now. We didn't just turn up and start doing this straight away. We've done some slow speed stuff first of all, some slalom type stuff just to get used to the weight shift. But now we're doing more real world stuff like fast cut, fast sweeping corners, switchbacks. Oh, good stuff.